Welcome everyone to the broadcast again this evening, especially the guests taking a look at the opportunity or that maybe just took a look at the opportunity for the very first time here this evening. My name is Sean Cornett, national consultant, coming to you here from my home in St. Louis, Missouri. It's my honor to host this live broadcast YouTube business presentation every Tuesday evening to help you build your business no matter where you happen to be located throughout the country or throughout the world. We've got an incredible guest here this evening, an individual that I've garnered a lot of respect, growing respect over the years. He's been an individual always there to help anyone, regardless of team or where they're located or what they need. He's there to help. He's definitely helped me out in quite a few pinches. Individual's a Pure Energy Award winner, executive consultant, been on, enjoyed the 5-star trip experience as well. Has received some shout outs and many other accolades. Please help me welcome to the broadcast here this evening, executive consultant, Runee Harris from Connecticut. Runee, are you with us, my friend?
Thanks, Sean. Thank you.
All right, you're coming through loud and clear. The floor is yours.
All right, well, look, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Norbert and Celestine and Biz and those guys in Queens, because that's where I'm usually at this evening. So, guys, I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but I will be there next Tuesday. Let me just give you a little background on myself and how I got involved in this industry. And I want to be perfectly honest with you. I was 100% sure you could not make any money in this industry. So I did whatever I could, never, ever, to wind up in a network marketing business presentation. Obviously, if I'm standing here in front of you, something happened. And what happened is I tell everybody, I got off a plane from India and I was suffering from jet lag, was not on top of my game. Someone invited me to a business presentation at a hotel. And I went to this hotel, didn't understand anything, especially this level and that level, man, it just went right over my head. But there was a little synergy because this happened to be a communications company. The company's called XL Communications. And actually, I was doing the billing envelopes for New York Bell, New Jersey Bell, Pennsylvania Bells, and, the baby bells and some other utilities as well. So I did have some sort of interest. So I met a gentleman in the men's room, and I'm not saying anybody needs to make a decision in the men's room. I happen to. He didn't look like one of the slick people who I saw up in front of the room. The guy, as a matter of fact, looked just like Colonel Sanders. He had the, the white hair and the goatee and everything. And I asked him, I said, man, how does this work? Well, he gave me the typical MLM, response about his sponsor getting a BMW. And I said, look, that's good. I got a brand new Jag in the parking lot. How does this work? He told me he signed up his son, and the son did a little bit of this and a little bit of that and got his money back. That's the only thing that I understood, because it takes thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a business started. $600 or $700 to start this business. I figured I could take my daughter to Great Adventure for that kind of money. So I got involved with this company in this industry, which I thought you could make no money at all. And this company went on to become the 4th largest long-distance company by AT&T, MCI, and Sprint. Youngest company to be offered on the New York Stock Exchange. Fastest company to hit $1 billion before Google broke its record. And the top income earner in that company made $1.2 million month after month after month. Now, unfortunately, this was a long-distance company, and because of emerging technologies, these companies went by the wayside. So what normally happens in this industry, if you have any success, people figured you jumped a hurdle one time, you're good to jump it again. So you get a lot of solicitation phone calls. So I would have a lot of people call me up, and a typical phone call would go like this. They would say, look, Runee, we got the latest, the greatest, the proper Swanson, the total rotor. Runee, this is it. And the hook was supposed to get me to join the company. It would always end with this. Runee, this is going to be the next XL. Now, I don't want to cast any aspersions on what these people were doing. You know what I mean? And I wish them the best. And I would say, look, you know what? You have to appreciate the market dynamic that was in place and was the driving force behind XL. And that was deregulation of a major industry. Deregulation is a government initiative to inject competition into the marketplace to drive down the cost to benefit the consumer. It wasn't XL's idea. And I would tell people are going to migrate off of AT&T. We're going to migrate off AT&T whether XL existed or not. We have the same opportunity here. If you're in a deregulated state, those people are going to migrate off your local utility whether Ambit is or isn't in the marketplace. It doesn't make any difference. Warren Buffett has said the greatest transference of wealth in American history of business will be the deregulation of the energy industry. That's what Ambit allows us to participate in, is this mass distribution of revenue and wealth. But I tell people, you know what? You don't have to be Warren Buffett to figure that out. This is something we've seen before. 30 years ago, everybody in America, wherever you live, wrote a check every single month that said pay to the order of AT&T. You fast forward today, most people don't have long distance or AT&T in their home. So let's wrap this up and let's talk about some of the attributes that really make this an incredibly unique opportunity. Number one is a service is not a product. It's a product, it's a service which is habitually used and unconsciously purchased. Now, if you have a product, and I'm not going to comment on the efficacy of any product out there, but even if you could put hair on my head, if you have to ask someone for their credit card or go into their pocket, what you're doing at that time, you're dealing with discretionary spending. And anytime you're dealing with discretionary spending, you have to develop selling skills. I don't like to sell, and you probably don't like to sell either. The other thing is the power of part-time. You have control of your financial future. Virtually almost everyone who joins Ambit is already working, already employed, or has a business. So what you could do is take a few minutes here and a few minutes there, over a period of time, and you can create some additional wealth for you and your family. Let me share a story with you. We have a guy on our team called No Excuses. We call him No Excuses, Mike Obey. He was doing 110 hours a week. He had multiple Carvel stores, real estate property, construction company, mortgage company, debt reduction company, and a few others. He'd get home at 12 o'clock and have to get up at 4:30 to open up his Carvel stores. What he did was take a few minutes here and a few minutes there. He was able to buy back his time. And now this is how his day starts. He gets up in the morning, cooks breakfast for his kids, and takes them to school. The children that he wasn't able to see before. But let me just tell you what's important in any business. In any business, what you're looking for is the ground floor opportunity. That's why everybody's looking for that IPO. The truth of the matter is, for a ground floor opportunity, you know what I mean? There's risk involved. I mean, if you got two guys in their garage, named Steve, one is named Wozniak, and one named Jobs, it's kind of hard to see that it's somehow in the future, they're going to be one of the largest capitalization companies in the world. There's very little risk here because we have a proven system. Every county, every state, every country that we enter into is a ground floor opportunity. Now, most people think, you know what I mean? You want to ride the wave and you can make money. And the truth of the matter is you will make money. But when you make the real money, the kind of money that we're talking about here, is we're talking about riding the wave, riding the ripple into the wave. Now, let me tell you what riding the wave is. You take $10,000, you put it in Microsoft, good solid investment, you will probably not lose any money. But when you ride the ripple into the wave is when you take that same $10,000 and you put it in Microsoft in 1975. Number one, you're probably not even watching this or in this business presentation. You're probably on your own private island. That's how big this opportunity is. So look, let's wrap this up. In any business decision, what you need to look at, you need to look at your risk versus your reward. Your risk is $100. Now, let's just say you do absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that's the case, but let's just say you decide to give up your worldly possessions and, and join a monastery. What happens at $100? When you go to your tax accountant and you write it off. If you do a little bit over nothing, in other words, just get 2 or 3 customers, Ambit's going to give you $100. That means you got your money back and you're in profit. And if you do a little bit more than that, you can create a residual income for yourself for a few hundred or maybe a few thousand every single month. But if you're serious like Sean and some of these other people and Tony Procopi and some of these other people that Sean mentioned, you can create an incredible amount of money for yourself, even generational wealth. So this is what I would like to do. Or actually, I would like for you to do. I want you to rate yourself A or a B or a C person. Now, if you're a C person, whatever was said You know what I mean? When you looked at the presentation, anything that I said did not resonate with you. All right? You don't want to move forward. I would strongly suggest that you reconsider, but become an Ambit customer, save some money on your utility bill, and position yourself to get your energy for free. If you're a B person, this makes sense, but you have a few questions and you want to get those questions answered. And if you're an A person, you were ready to sign up long ago and you just can't wait till I stop talking. Thank you, good night, and God bless everyone, especially my friends out there in Queens.